Wow, episode 7. I feel like I shouldn't introduce it because I know what I want to talk about. But you know what? I'll let you guys. What should we start with? Because there's a lot going on today.
Let's just start with the Celtic and Rangers game because that was the early kickoff.
Don't really appreciate you put Celtic first, but that's okay. I mean, we were at home. That's fine. I'll let you start that again. What was the game?
Okay, I'll put Rangers Celtic because you're at home.
Better.
Yeah,
that's fine.
go on.
Yeah, let's. If you guys want to talk about
Celtic
it, I'll
scored
talk
3
about
goals and you catch up. Like, Celtic first, please.
Celtic 3 goals. Like, calm yourself.
I mean, they do always go off the home team first, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Have some respect.
You let your rivals come to your yard and ship free, yeah?
Shit free. Listen, 3-3. 2-0 down at half time. I'll be honest, that was probably the worst moment of my life.
Yeah, you look.
And I've had quite a few controversial moments in my life as a Rangers fan. That was 2-0 down when we looked like we were steamrolling the league.
You look like a lost soul. I wish I would have. I wish I would have took advantage of that, but
that was a long day.
A long day.
Man was like, right, the league's over. We're doing
Be honest.
double. Yeah.
Be honest. At that point, did you think you was going to bring it back?
I will always, I'll sit on here and I said we've won the quadruple. Like, it seemed unlikely. I will always say we're going to do something. But as a Rangers fan, I'm lucky because any younger Rangers fan aren't used to Rangers winning. Whereas all my way through school and stuff like that, I'm used to Rangers winning. I spent a lot of time, like from like 1998 to like 2012. I'm used to Rangers being there or thereabouts. And even when we didn't win the league, we'd win silverware. So to me, like, I'm used to Rangers winning. So even when we're behind, I'm used to us doing something. So for me, even if we're like 2-0 down at halftime, like, there's something in this. Even when other games we've lost like 5-1.
That was not the reaction we got earlier.
Yeah.
That was not the reaction we got.
There's literally no logic earlier. There's no logic
I was
involved.
like, JT, come off my
That was
team,
a transfer
man.
market.
Ship him to
That
Who
Saudi.
to replace JT with?
Yeah.
That game was a game of 2 halves. It was wild. Like, to go from 2-0 down to then win the second half 3-1 is crazy. And arguably almost 4-1.
It's like when you see the memes on social media. It's like, it's crazy what a team of 11 men can do to you, like your heart rate and like all the things that go on.
Listen, I don't want to see what my heart rate was at points. I was grabbed by so many random people. It was also weird, like in the bar we were in, watching the game, how many United fans were backing Rangers was wild.
I think they were backing you, but they were shouting United.
I know, it was such
Like,
a
you'd
weird...
score United.
But they weren't
I'm like,
doing
what?
that with Celtics. It
Yeah,
was such a weird emotion. It was like... And I didn't even realise I didn't even think there was a Rangers United connection, but there must be somewhere. Because you can't have that, all United fans celebrating every time Rangers score.
Alcohol's powerful, mate.
Yeah, but not powerful enough for someone to back Celtic. You know what? I get it.
You've got CSK Moscow on screen, and I've had a couple. I'm screaming them as well, bro.
And the other stuff, but we'll leave that out. But anyway,
You barely scream Arsenal, man.
So
Look at our film 2024, fam, before you chat to me.
it's in your hands now, right?
Yeah, 100%.
You've got what? Dundee United? Is it Dundee FC? Dundee
You've
United?
got Dundee and Ross County are the 2 games left before the split. And then there's 5 games. So we got 7 games left.
So there's a round of midweek for Celtic as well. So is it new?
No, Celtic don't play midweek because we've got a game in hand.
And then
So
you both
Celtic
play.
are first right now by a point. We've got a game in hand. So if we beat Dundee on Wednesday, we'll go first by 2 points. So it is in our hands because Celtic have to win at Celtic Park. We just need a draw at Celtic Park. So it is in our hands, but the results that we get at Celtic Park, I think the last time we beat them was Steven Gerrard 2.5 years ago. Last time we beat them at Celtic Park, Ryan Kent was doing this. Like, I'm pointing at Celtic fans.
Controversial.
Brother, you can't be
celebration.
doing that.
So for all the Premier League listeners and watchers at home, how does the Scottish Championship group actually work for the top 6?
So basically what happens is you play 33 games. Then the last 5 games, it's done the split. So the top 6 will play each other again. The bottom 6 will play each other. So there's it's called the Championship group and the relegation group.
You want to take this league seriously?
The problem is, well, this is the thing. Like, imagine if you were in the English Premier League, right? So Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, and are running. And imagine their last 5 games, all of them had to play each other again.
Surely that would be a better watch, right?
That would be so much more exciting. The only problem is where the catch is a team that finishes 7th, even if they're on the same amount of points but are 7th on goal difference, as soon as the split happens, they can no longer get 6th. So say that, say you were on where you are now, right? as a United fan.
We'll be in the top half, by the way. I say that.
So you'd be guaranteed top 6 the last 5 games to go.
Yeah.
So say you're on 55 points or whatever points you're on.
No.
We're on 49 points now.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
49 and they're on 48, right? And then the split happens. So say they finish on 55, but you finish on 52. You'd still be 6th. But the reason behind that is you'd have to play Man City, Liverpool, whereas West Ham, who are 7th, would have to play your shite teams. So it wouldn't be fair to let them finish above you when they played worse teams.
How long has that format been going for? Years.
Years. It's because we've got, I think it's 12 teams in our league. And we want, and basically the whole reason for all of it, and I'd like to pretend it was something else, is they want 4 old firms. That is it. And it's pretty much guaranteed that Rangers Celtic are going to finish in the top 6. Like, that is it. And that's the reason. So it is good because it gives you like top teams playing each other on the run into the league. But the fact is, the reason it exists is to make sure there's 4 reforms. Because no one gives a fuck about it.
I was going to say, the only reason for that is not guaranteed. It's just so Rangers and Celtic, once you hear that game, you're like, okay, cool, let me tune into this. But apart from that, no one's watching like
the thing is, don't tell me you 3 weren't getting passionate. See when it was 2-1 or
because of the stipulations that were involved.
3-2 or 3-3, don't tell me you weren't getting into it. Don't tell me the old firm doesn't encapsulate you, because it does.
I mean, on this occasion, I was wanting you to wear a Celtic shirt, so when they were 2-0 up, I was like, oh, we're in for it.
Yeah, I was like, come on.
But you know
I spent money on that Celtic shirt.
I saw you celebrate when it went 3-3. I saw you celebrate when it went 2-2, so you can tell me that it doesn't mean anything to you, but it does.
You know what?
There's
I was
a
celebrating with
reason
your old dad, so I was like, come
But
on.
the fact is, like, people talk about how shit Scottish football is, but Old Firm encapsulates people. The emotion behind it, everything about it, the dramatics behind it. Like, the fact is that it's exciting in the English Premier League because it is a free horse race. I think Arsenal will win that.
Come on.
In my opinion. And I've said that for months. I think Arsenal will win it, and it looks, every time games are played, it looks more and more likely they will. But the fact is, the Scottish Premier League, see when the Old Firm are at the peak of where they are, which is where they are right now, like a 3-3 basically defines where the Scottish Premier League is. Like, those 2 teams go neck and neck, battling each other.
Just fucking flying into each other.
That is exciting. There's emotion, there's physicality behind it. That is exciting.
Do you know what I think would make it more exciting is if you had a third team in.
I was about to say that.
Because there's only 2 teams really.
Yeah.
There's like rain, and it's been that for like years.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like the...
like everyone thinks that, oh, it's only these 2 teams will crack on.
Yeah, it's like if you look at Spain, it was like Barcelona, Real Madrid, then Barcelona went on a stretch, and then Atletico popped in, and it was like, okay, cool, this is like breaking dominance. Have that third team in it, you're going to be there like, look at the Bundesliga now. Let's be honest, no one really like watched it as much as they're doing now because Xabi Alonso is doing bits. So if you had that third team in your league, like Aberdeen, Hearts...
I'd agree. See if Hearts and Hibs could challenge for the league title. I agree. Scottish football would be exciting, but that's not the reality of the situation.
I'd say the Old Firm is probably one of the top 3 derbies in the UK as well. 100%.
Top 3 derbies in the world.
What?
100%.
No chance.
100%.
No chance.
Are we going just based
So let's just go. We've got the El Clasico.
Yeah.
We got Liverpool and Man United.
You got the Milan derby.
You got the Milan. You think you're...
Yep, top 3.
Which one are you taking out of those? Taking out. Which one's bigger?
Any one of them.
You think you're bigger than El Clasico?
Yeah. 100%.
Based on what?
Based on history, based on what it attracts in terms of an audience, based on what it means, 100%.
El Clasico.
But based on audiences, no, because El Clasico will have more audience than you guys.
They have bigger stadiums.
No, but even to viewership.
During the Ronaldo
Also,
Messi era, you're saying
they
you're
now
bigger
are
than
at the point where they've got more spending power. They got bigger players.
Well, you said audience. So regardless of all that, you can't say you have a bigger audience.
But you know what? See if you put 100,000 seater for an Old Firm, we'd fill it.
You would, but I'm saying audience. I was even talking about audience in terms of like television. You do not attract more than the El Clasico.
If you said like, so if you had the biggest stadium you could have, right? And so there's an infinite number of fans could attend it. I believe an Old Firm would have more attendance.
I actually disagree. I actually disagree with you because if you let's say the El Clasico is next weekend, you tell me what channel that's on.
That's because we're in the UK, brother. That's because we're in the UK.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Which league is the biggest in the world?
It's the Prem.
Right, which is in the UK. So you're saying, oh, well, that's because we're in the UK, but the Prem can be the biggest in the world.
What do you mean?
So you're saying that because the Old Firm's in the UK and we're in the UK, therefore it's a bigger deal. However, you're saying the Prem is the biggest league in the world. but it's in the UK. So why is that a factor?
But that's two different. We're talking about our class. We're talking
That's not
about
two different
derbies.
things.
It is. Because you can have a derby that's bigger in a different country, but you can have a league that's bigger.
Do you think it's just got bigger or it's always been bigger?
I think it's always been bigger.
Yeah, okay, you lost your mind.
You-
I'm telling you, Ronaldo, Messi era, big enough. No, I'm sorry.
No, but even now, the El Clasico is bigger than the old
It's
firm.
No, you could do mixed fans.
Now is a debate, but
How is it a debate?
overall El Clasico. But now,
No, but I'm saying just for the. So he picked three things, right?
No, I
We're just
didn't.
picking
You
it up.
picked 3 things.
No. You
I said it'd be in top 3.
yeah, no. I know.
Which is what you asked me. Would it be in top 3? I didn't pick any top 3. I said it's the top derby
Wait.
in the
So
world.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying. So you said there's three. I gave you 3 ones that I think are bigger.
Yeah.
Right. And you said any one of them were bigger. You said the old firm is bigger than any of the 3 that.
And I stand by that.
Yeah. And then you picked 3 things about why they're bigger. You said audience, you said history, and you said one other thing. I forgot what that said. And I just said, right, let's just pick them apart. Audience, you're not bigger than the El Clasico. And I'm not even talking about, I'm saying in terms of like TV viewerships, so it depends on what you classify as audience. Because even the stadiums, okay, let's just say there's the fact that you got smaller stadiums. All right, let's give you that. But even TV viewership, do you think you get more in terms of TV views than the El Clasico?
Yes.
This is an easily Googleable.
Yeah, probably.
And
But the fact is,
you probably know
Google
where.
if you want to talk about it, right, in terms of attendance, which country has the highest on average attendance of football games in the world?
Country.
Yeah, which country?
I'm gonna say Turkey.
Because I know the answer.
England,
Nope.
I'm gonna say Turkey.
Wait,
Yep.
the whole of
Scotland. I knew where he was going with that. That's why I said
That is the
Scotland.
highest on average attendance of football matches. And you tell me the biggest game in Scotland, who has the highest average attendance of games for people, isn't one of the biggest derbies in the world.
No, I'm telling
it
you.
is.
No, I'm telling you that in terms of audienceship, the El Clasico blows the old firm out the
But then
way.
also, even on top of that, even if audience-ship is wrong, even if more people watch El Clasico, El Clasico gets more advertisement. Not because it's a bigger derby, not because it means more,
It does.
but just because it attracts more money for sponsorships. That doesn't mean it's a bigger derby.
So they got better
does.
quality.
Yeah.
No,
They got better
again,
quality to attract more.
Yeah,
that doesn't again.
I'll
that
focus on
doesn't
quality
mean
of El Clasico then.
they're a
Yeah.
bigger derby.
It 100% means that.
Would an El Clasico attract more than the Liverpool Man United derby?
Probably, yeah.
So it's a better derby.
Probably, yeah.
You're high.
Nah, United, Liverpool, more people are watching that.
You are high.
Maybe
But you know
now.
what? The fact is, the reason why you've switched your position because United's involved. The fact is, the old firm, whether you want to admit it or not, based on your English little soapbox you want to sit on,
I haven't even
fact
backed an
is-
English team. I backed a Spanish team.
Yeah, but
So I don't understand what you mean.
anything that even remotely suggests Scotland might be relevant, you don't want to back it. The fact is,
It's over
the
that.
old
No,
firm is
that's
one of
what-
the biggest derbies.
I'd agree
in the
with you
world.
that. Yeah. But you said it's top 3.
And I still stand by the fact.
I would agree it's one of the biggest, but firstly, the one I'm thinking of is the El Clasico. And then the only thing that I've picked apart on that is the audience. And I was like, this is very easily researched. And there's no chance that the old firm is bringing in more views than the El Clasico. I just don't think that's true.
I guess we'll have to find out.
We'll have to
I
find out.
genuinely think your old firm it rivals like Galatasaray versus Fenerbahce. Personally, like the top 3, I don't see it.
You're
being that.
deluded. Man
I
said
do not see it being that.
Fenerbahce
Like
Galatasaray.
Galatasaray. Yeah,
I'd actually agree
When
with
was
that.
the last time Fenerbahce Galatasaray happened?
this season,
When?
It happens every season.
Yeah,
Like-
when?
like 3 weeks ago.
What was the result?
It's like
Well, we're
they're
both
both
Yeah,
in
what
the
was the
title race.
result?
2-2.
You're guessing.
I'm not guessing.
You are 100% guessing.
All right, watch
He's
it.
guessing. You can
Hold on.
search it,
I'll
but you're
prove it.
guessing.
I
The
guess
fact
it.
is, you don't know.
Yeah.
You could tell me the last 3 old firm results.
Do you know why I can tell you that? Because I'm friends with you. Tell me before I become friends with you, would I know what the last 3 old firms are? I wouldn't know. I would not know.
Funny joke. They actually played today.
Oh, they played today?
Half
See,
7.
none of you even knew that. You didn't even know they're playing today.
But I'm saying I would not know about the old firm
Hey, yeah, they
if it
drew
wasn't
last
because of
game.
you.
Yeah, but what was the score?
They drew last game.
What was the score?
A draw gives you 1 point,
What
bro.
was the score?
No, 2-2, still 1 point.
2-2. You don't even know. That is a wild shout. Like, you know,
Yeah,
it's
but
fine.
like I
It's
watched
fine. If you
obviously
don't-
because you're Rangers
don't
fan,
want
we're
it-
gonna watch the game more. So
If you don't want to admit it's relevant, that's fine. That's for you.
No,
no, I'm not saying it's not relevant.
I'm not
It's
saying that.
it's
I'm
relevant.
not-
I'm just saying in
Galatasaray.
terms of bigger,
Yeah.
Fenerbahce is on the same level. When you didn't even know when they're playing today, you didn't know what the last result was.
Was
You
a draw.
could tell me the Old Firm last week.
said
Can I tell you? Can you tell you something? If let's say you were Turkish, right?
Yeah, you said
Maybe
that
if it
thing.
was, I don't even know. I was gonna try to Turkish.
Hang on, let me interrupt.
Turkish your name.
Let me interrupt. Sorry, I found an article on 442.
Yeah.
Other than River Plate and Boca Juniors, there's 32 derbies. Celtic Rangers was number 2.
Thank you.
So it's not the biggest derby then.
And look what number 3.
Top 3.
Here's a funny one for you.
When
So
was
I've just found this article now, right? So Rangers Celtic was number 2. Have a guess what number 3 is?
What?
El Clasico.
What?
How was that?
El Clasico.
October 2023.
Wait, no, but what's number 3?
Did I not just say it depends? This now is a debate. I said overall.
No, but wait.
No.
Can I ask you something? What are they basing the top 3 on?
I'm just trying to find the.
What are they basing that? Because my whole argument
hold
was
on.
about on viewership.
So we're going. No. I said there's 3 reasons.
I know, but this is one article, and I don't understand what they're viewing
You're
it on.
based your whole thing on 1 point, and while I agree with you, there may be slightly higher viewership for El Clasico.
I said May.
The fact is, the Old Firm is one of, if not the biggest derbies in the world.
The biggest.
Okay, so we have picked out the biggest derbies from around the world, selecting the special fixtures that arouse passion, intensity, and no shortage of ill feeling. From Buenos Aires to the Basque Country, these are the fiercest rivalries in the sport.
Yeah, but that's like an independent article.
Exactly.
And what did they say?
Article.
What are they basing it on? Passion, intensity,
And ill feelings.
Ill feelings.
and ill feelings. So those are all very subjective things. If you talk about objective things, the Old Firm wouldn't be in there.
But if we're talking about money, if money's the benchmark,
No, I'm not. I'm not saying money.
then Luton versus Chelsea.
No,
I
I'm
tried to
not.
moment just in the fact
No,
it's in the
I'm not. I'm not talking about money. But even if you talk about your metrics, about history, what can you tell me why the Old Firm is bigger than the El Clasico based on history?
Based on
I'm a rivalry.
1945.
Yeah,
Right.
go on.
1872
My
1872 and 1888. From 1888 onwards, there's been a fierce rivalry between Rangers and Celtic. You don't understand why that's history.
3-1.
Yeah,
But
but
there was a religious basis of it. When both sides have divided the entire city, where Rangers wouldn't recruit Roman Catholics and Celtic wouldn't recruit Protestants. With all of this divide, which again I don't agree with that. Like I would rather be a successful football team than not sign with someone based on religion. But the fact is, with all of that, you don't understand why that's a big thing.
I didn't know. I'm asking you. I wouldn't say I don't understand. It's like I didn't know the history. That's
The
you've
history
explained it.
is wild, and you know what? Sometimes a little too wild. Like I can't, and I suppose from the situation I'm in, I couldn't understand why a team wouldn't sign someone based on religion. But it was a thing up to about the 80s.
I'd actually say it's one of my favourite games to watch outside of United, Liverpool, United, City, Arsenal, Spurs. It's probably one of my favourite games to watch, and that's.
I gave you a whole list before.
Yeah, apart from all.
So apart from this,
No, but I'm obviously gonna.
He's actually doing 3 things that are bigger than him.
I'm obviously gonna.
But
I'm
apart
obviously
from
gonna.
these ones,
It's like going out and go like, yeah, he's not available. I'll choose you.
No, but I'm obviously going to favour English football first, but outside of them ones, obviously the Old Firm is probably a game.
Let me
that I
tell you
enjoy.
something.
But you know what?
Tell you something.
The
Let me
thing
ask
is-
you something, Josh. If the El Clasico was on and the Old Firm was on, what are you watching?
Well, they're not.
Whatever he's got money on.
They're not going to be on at the same time.
Why
so
not?
I'll come
But
on
there's
to
a
both.
reason why they're not on the
Happy-
same.
No, they could.
Hypothetically.
No, wait. But I'm saying hypothetical. Firstly, it's hypothetical, and 2, they could because they're different leagues.
They've
But
never
they're
been.
not.
They've never ever been on
And
at
there's
the
a
same
reason
time.
why they're not.
How do you wait? Is that true?
They'll
They're
never
not-
be on at
they're
the same
never
time.
on the same time.
Never.
Also, another thing.
Someone needs
Why
to
was
research
why was there no Prem games on at the same time as the Old Firm? If you genuinely believe,
That's a good point. To be fair.
why was there no Prem teams on at the same time as the Old Firm?
This is another question. Has there ever been a Prem team on at the same time as the Old Firm?
Why do you? This is what I'm saying. Why do you
I
think
think so.
Sky moves
has,
those
isn't it?
games out the way?
But this is just one time because a lot of
Why
time.
do you think Sky insist
let
that
me listen.
game
No,
not be
I'm
on
saying-
at the same time?
How many? Wait. How many?
A
So
derby
yo, no.
always
But I'm
takes
saying this.
over.
How many times do Prem teams start at 12 p.m. on a Sunday?
Yeah, but there's 4 fixtures. There's four. Old
The
Firms.
4 fixtures, so there would be a fixture at 12 if the Old Firm
So,
wasn't on.
this is the question: when Rangers and Celtic are on, are you saying there's no Prem fixtures on?
But there wasn't.
No, today. But I'm saying, is there never?
No, Sky wouldn't have that.
I need to research that. I don't
But
know
a
if that's true.
second Sky would not have that.
I need to research that.
Alright, we gonna not talk about United games.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, we do need to talk about it.
Go on,
too.
let's
Oh,
move
cool.
on. Yeah, Rangers are shite. Wait, no.
Well, we're heading for the
No,
first
no, I'm
with
joking,
Luke
I'm
Kyle, but
joking.
yeah, okay. But yeah, okay. Let's move on to United.
Speak, children. How was your game?
Listen, that man wants to speak more than you do at this point.
Listen, Kobe Maino needs to get knighted right
Hey,
now.
I said this to you earlier, right?
Yeah,
When
he
Arsenal
needs to
win the
get
league,
knighted
you
now.
can have Cedric's medal. Kobe Maino, I'm giving it to you, bro.
Yo, Southgate, get him on that plane.
He has to be
Listen,
on the plane.
Southgate looked at Liverpool, Man U, and went to Rangers Celtic. Anyway, sorry, it's about you.
Yeah. So I'll say this. Obviously, first half, shocker. I think Liverpool had 12 shots.
Hold on.
Scored within the first 2 minutes.
No.
It got ruled off, but you had scored.
Yeah, we did score. But then look at the game afterwards. 12 shots to Liverpool, 0 to us.
In the
I
first
think it was
5 minutes,
gone.
0 shots, 0 target. You guys did 007, bro. 7 touches in the opponent's box.
They had.
Liverpool had 12,
Yeah.
4 on target, 14 touches. So double the amount of touches you had in your box.
And where did that get them?
Huh?
Where did that get Liverpool?
Man wants to
1-0
talk now, fam, because yeah,
Where'd they get them?
half
1-0 up?
time, yeah, I saw.
Yeah, who's top of the league
man
now?
them calling.
You know what's crazy though, right? Like Klopp, you told me about this, right? Klopp was like, if United play like this against Arsenal, Arsenal will definitely win that.
Facts.
Here's the thing though. This isn't different to how United play against every other team. We get peppered against all teams. And somehow, teams sometimes don't score what you think they should score. So I'm like, the teams get desperate. They start shooting from stupid angles. Because, again, Brentford had 36 shots, 2 on target. These man had what? 12?
6 on target.
No, it was only about 2.
All right.
And then I'll say this. These men had 12 shots, 4 on target. Some of them were silly shots. I'm starting to think right now I don't even look at how many shots the team has against us in order to determine how good we are or
Same
not.
shots as you. 5
Who?
each. Brentford. On target.
But how many they'll be on target, but how many shots they have instead? So this,
Yeah,
I'm going to finish this off. So I don't even look at the shots. I'm just looking at, okay, cool. They have this many shots. But I always think in my team, I'm like, we've got a chance as long as we're not getting peppered, because I don't know what it is, but teams who have a lot of shots against us aren't actually putting them in a way. And it's not just the small teams. It's also the Liverpools. It's also even you, Arsenal. I think you can have bad shots, but I don't know. Sometimes I think we've got a good low block where
I think
it doesn't
that-
matter how many
The
shots you
first
have.
game we
I'd
played this
say-
season, we beat you 3-1. So I don't know what more shots you want.
I think
from that.
the thing I'd add
It
to
was
that,
a lucky free.
the amount of shade you get for shots you concede. But the fact is, if I take a shot and sky over the bar,
That's what I'm saying.
and people are like, "Oh no, yeah, they got peppered by 30
Yeah.
odd shots," but Brentford actually only had 5 on target,
Out of how many?
and
Yeah, but
36.
Yeah, but hold on. If it,
That is
if
shocking.
If it hits the post and crossbar, they don't count as shot on target.
No,
do they?
it's not on target.
So they had what, another like what?
yeah, but they
4,
didn't.
6?
They didn't hit the post or crossbar 30. I know 36 times.
No, but I'm saying that obviously they had 5 on target.
Okay,
Like, hit
and
the
then
post
they
and
post
then
like
four
If we played United, we might have 36 shots. Doesn't mean they're on target. Definitely doesn't mean they're doing anything.
To be fair, they probably give us a fucking game the way we're playing at the moment.
But
Anyway.
honestly, I reckon we should have probably won that game. Wan-Bissaka, that
Yeah.
challenge, you just need a slap to your neck.
Yeah, I don't
Bap.
know why he's done
What
that.
are you doing? Like, Harvey Elliott isn't going anywhere. Even if he gets past you, if he takes a shot, he's not scoring. Just leave him. But yeah, we didn't. And we were very clinical today. I really like that. We were very clinical. I think for the times we had the ball, we were a threat. It's just unfortunate that we made some silly mistakes.
What game are you watching?
What do you mean?
What game are you watching? Before your first goal was because it was a Liverpool error. Before that goal, Liverpool were they were like even
No, but did you
John,
know hear what I said? I said when we had our chances, we were clinical. I'm not saying we played better than Liverpool. I'm saying we were good when we had our chances. Is that not true?
Let's say the truth of it, because this is another problem with Man United. You man's gonna do paper over crack and say, "Oh, when we had this, we did better." During that game, before that goal that Bruno scored, how easy was it for them to just glide through your defense?
There was no press. There
There was no pressure. There was nothing. That goal. This is nothing. That goal, obviously, yeah, it came fantastic, but that was a Liverpool error. Take that goal away, you guys lose that game, right? I know you drew, but then the fact that this was more like you guys were still playing the way you've been playing all season.
The thing
it was
I want
poor.
to talk about, like as much as I want to talk about United and Liverpool, like the reality of the league is United are very irrelevant at this point, right? They are. And you can take that to heart if you want. But the
Not in the
fact
cups.
is,
We're
Man's
still in
gonna
the
punch-
FA
man's
Cup,
gonna punch
baby.
him
I just said the league.
All right.
The fact is, what I want to talk
Top
about
four
is
still
how
there.
much
Wow.
does that mean to Arsenal? Because at the end of the day, it's now in your hands, where it wasn't 24 hours ago.
And I've got something
I,
to say about that.
God.
Remember last pod when you said, I got more faith in Luton or Sheffield? I was like, brother, have you not seen the league?
But the thing is, like, the reason you're saying that is to try and make United relevant. He would have backed anyone. If you ask you who he supports,
No,
it'd
no,
be
no,
two answers. It'd be Arsenal and any team playing Liverpool. That would
No,
be
no,
it.
but I'm going to ask you, E-Ray. When you said that statement about Sheffield and
Hold on,
Luton,
before you ask me that, what do you want from this? Because this, you guys always do this. You're like, what do you want from
well,
me?
no, but-
I'm saying how I see it.
Yeah.
Like Craig said, you man just want to keep
So
yourself relevant.
this is actually backing you.
All right, go on.
Just let me finish the thing. So Craig is saying that you would have said that about any other team, right? But I don't think you would have. I think you genuinely felt that if Liverpool was to play a Sheffield or Luton compared to us, Liverpool have a more of a chance of dropping points against Luton or Sheffield than us. Am I right in saying that?
Can you blame me?
No,
The season's there's proof. Can you blame me?
No. So I agree with
saying
you.
you're-
I agree
I'm
with you.
saying.
So I'm saying I'm going against what he said. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying you genuinely believe the statement you said last week, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But have you
Yeah,
seen the way your
so-
season's
so
going? But then what
I'm
he's
saying,
saying
Craig,
as
that's
well.
not true. He actually
but what,
believed what he
but what
said.
he says is also true. But two things can be true. What he's saying is always true. The way you guys have been playing this season, okay, before the Anfield, the game when you went to Anfield,
Yeah.
right? Okay, it's now to say, oh, they've not scored against us. Before that game, every Man United fan I spoke to, you guys were telling me you're going to get peppered because you lost the game before.
Not
you lost
me.
You lost to Chelsea, right? That you lost to Chelsea, again, you had Liverpool this weekend. You also said the exact thing like, oh, God, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, Ten Hag, let's after this game, he needs to get gone. You guys said the same thing. So, I don't
Who's
say
you
nothing.
guys? You have to be specific because I've never said that. Josh has. We've got two different opinions. about
Tappy's
that.
mic, see if it's
question
working.
to ask,
Yeah.
Right, a question to ask. You're 1 point above West Ham, and you do have a game in hand. Mm-hmm. It's not a guarantee you're going to win that game in hand, of course, as any game in hand.
Yeah.
I know it's a Michael Owen statement, if ever there was one. It's not a guarantee you'll win a game you haven't played. But the fact is, like, you are struggling to get sixth. I'd say you're sixth, shaky sixth, because you're a point ahead.
Yeah.
Is-
2 points now, right?
No,
'Cause-
it's one.
Point.
Is it 1
No,
point?
one.
Yeah, you
But
were
you got
tied
game, you
on
got game.
points, and now
Oh,
you're 1
okay.
point. Negative 1 goal difference.
It's nuts.
Is that enough for Eric Ten Hag not to be your manager come the start of next season?
I'll let you go.
I think it depends what Ineos have as their plans, regardless of whether he changes what. So, like you said,
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, the ownership's obviously going to
That's
be
it,
a bit.
yeah, bro.
As Man United fans, based on the fact that we don't have Ineos here to ask them if he's going to be manager, and even then they wouldn't tell us, is he going to be manager next? Do you believe, as a United fan, that he's going to be the man in the dugout next year?
I don't think so. I mean, I
Or a
can't,
better question, actually, do you want him to be?
Ooh.
no,
Oh.
Okay.
no. I'm willing to take a risk on whoever the next manager is, but I've
Southgate.
got a very horrible feeling it's going to be Potter, either Potter or Southgate. And honest to God, I don't think Ten Hag is the worst of a bad bunch.
Part out of that.
So if that was the case, if you knew that if Ten Hag goes, you've got Potter or Southgate, would you keep Ten Hag?
Yeah.
Right.
So here's my follow-up question. Who would you want it to be if you knew it was going to be Potter Southgate to replace
So
Eric Ten Hag?
this is why I hate this question.
Based on
because,
who's available?
Potter.
there isn't.
Potter.
Surely Potter.
No, I'm saying not Potter Southgate because obviously he said if Potter Southgate are going to take in charge, he wants Eric Ten Hag. But I'm saying, all right, so you
If
can
it
have
wasn't
free
him.
reign about who within reason.
It can't
Obviously,
be
you
yes
can't
man.
you can't say
It
like,
can't be
oh
yes
yeah,
man.
we'll take Pep.
It needs to be someone that
someone-
has a bit of backbone. Because the reason why they go for Southgate is, let's be honest, next season he's just gonna be a people pleaser. Like, oh, make sure you guys get back Rashford. Oh, back
So wait, they've
Silva.
got a choice. As long as it's not Pep or Jurgen, they can pick.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Actually-
don't want him anywhere near us.
Go on. So
Probably gonna prod that.
No, so-
International.
so Josh, who would you say out of the like within reason
man
who's
raises an
available?
eyebrow and gets
Who would you
involved.
go for?
See the players he's got.
See, it's hard because there's leagues that we don't even watch, but people are shouting about. Like obviously Liverpool. What's the guy? Ruben Amorim, the Sporting Lisbon manager.
yeah.
Everyone's shouting about him, but none of us can say with chest, yeah, I want this guy. Like none of us have ever watched the Sporting Lisbon game. Like maybe European, the Europa League or whatever. But I mean,
I don't talk about that. Not the South Europe League.
I feel like one of the only managers who I feel like
Teams are the worst.
they potentially could look at,
Maggi.
even though I said he was overrated, is potentially De Zerbi, but they're saying he's got a 25 million release clause. Is that right?
Is he not worth it if you get silverware?
It's all ifs and buts, though, isn't it?
We've
It's
had
like
this discussion. De Zerbi's a bit.
it's a bit of
I
a,
It's a
agree.
bit techy.
Sticky
because
one.
He joined
We
a
actually
team
discussed
that
it
had
here on this podcast.
He had a team backroom staff and all that, recruitment, everything's set up perfectly for him. He just had to come in and carry on the work of Potter.
He's got
Man's coming to United, a bigger club.
more
Also,
expectation.
don't go for managers who are telling you, I play for happiness, I don't play for trophies. I'm like, what? Are you high? Like Klopp said,
Klopp said
Klopp did the
that.
same thing as well. I'm like,
But
what
you would
rubbish
go
is
for a
this?
manager like Klopp.
But the fact is, would you? Because Jurgen Klopp's delivered one Premier League and what is supposed to be the biggest rivalry in Premier League history.
Every year he's been at Liverpool. If you not every year, but I'm saying like if you take an average of like the trophies he's won a trophy every year. I would take that.
Well,
He's
It's
not,
an average.
They win his first
Yeah, as an
trophy.
average.
Well,
he's not won
Has he won?
he's not won a trophy every year.
He
at
hasn't.
Liverpool.
No, I'm saying no.
Even
I'm
if
not
you
saying
take
so-
it as an average, he has.
Man's
Yeah,
first
he has.
trophy was like the 5th year of his career now.
What?
No, but so no, he's been there for like 9
years.
years and he scored like he's
Scored. He scored.
but he's delivered nine. But he's delivered 9 trophies. He's delivered.
Move that mic away from
So Google this. He's actually delivered like a trophy per season if you taken an average. Now I'm gonna go back to because I think you're gonna ask me if I would keep Eric Ten Hag if I want to.
Yeah.
100% yes, and here's the reasons. Number 1, last season, this guy got us from the season previous from 6th to 3rd. He got us to 2 cup finals, right? Won one, lost one to a City team that won the treble. So, and it wasn't even a peppering. Like, it was a peppering in terms of performance, but not in terms of goals. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah. This season, obviously, things haven't gone to plan. We're 6th. We've only got a chance to win 1 cup, which is the FA Cup. So it hasn't gone to plan. So I say, so the first thing is, I don't think you go from getting a team from 6th to 3rd and getting them to 2 cup finals. So that shows to you to be a competent manager. And then in 12 months, you're incompetent. I don't think that's how the world works. I think he's still very competent. You have to look at other factors. For instance, we've had a load of injuries. Like, look, I know.
Yeah.
But it is a valid point. Like,
And you
look,
took their injury prone fucking.
yeah, we took Arsenal's medical
That's
staff.
for RVP. Take it.
The only season where you haven't had injuries that are mounting up is this season when you've got rid of this guy, and we've probably bought him off you and paying him a ridiculous salary. But that's beside the
Renew
point.
that man's contract.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
That's my goat.
a lot of these players are getting injured not during the game, so surely that comes from something that we're doing off the what you call it at the training ground. Surely that comes to either
Apparently,
some of the systems or some of the training sessions, or
like the intensity and stuff like that.
because people don't just get injured for no reason. You don't just
The Sandro Martinez one though, that was a bit stupid because he just came back before the Brentford game. He was on the bench, and then that was when like it looked like Brentford were gonna nick it.
Yeah.
And he brings him on, and then after that game, boom, he's out for a month.
No, but the most
was
recent
bad,
the most recent injuries have been during the game. Varane, Martinez came on, got injured
yeah,
again.
Johnny Evans.
Got injured. And then
think
also
you
Luke
mentioned
Shaw was also on the pitch.
Get rid of that man.
So today, look at our back 4.
Yeah, but-
like we don't even have our starters. We don't even have our reserve. We don't even have our second choice options. We got our third choice of options.
And centre back.
Our centre back. And even in our midfield, we had Eriksen out for ages. We had Mount out for ages. We had Casemiro out for
Would they
quite
be
a
your
while.
first choice based
Who?
on the midfield you had today?
Nah, Eriksen.
Eriksen might be.
Who would
Casemiro,
who would
100%.
based on that squad today, who would you take out for Eriksen?
Who?
Yeah.
Based on your midfield today, who would you take out for Eriksen?
No, obviously we got KB Mainu coming in doing
Yeah,
bits,
but
but,
that-
we didn't know that he was going to do that until
But
because we had to.
The fact is,
So-
you're saying that we didn't have our starting midfield, and I'm asking you, who would you have taken out today? If you could take one of those players back from injury, who would you have taken out?
Yeah, but you've took one player though.
No, I'm not. I'm taking a whole entire position.
It'd be probably Willy Kambala. Obviously, get him out for Martinez.
Right, so
No,
you've
but
got
he's
one
talking about,
position.
No, but he's talking about Eriksen. So Eriksen. So I'll say. So let me make my point a little bit more refined. So no one. But here's my point. Why my point is still valid, is because Eriksen would have been starting, but because we had so many injuries, we've just had to go to the academy and go like.
And you
Kobe-
found arguably.
So
your
I'm going to
best
say no.
player.
So let me finish this. So Kobe Mainoo's come in and done wonders for the club, right? If we didn't have Eriksen injured, Kobe Minu never got a chance. We might have never seen him shine. So the only reason why I want to take someone out, and obviously it's like a a blessing in disguise, because we didn't know how Kobe Minu is going to perform.
Disagree, bro.
What do you mean? What you think?
Those
When
points-
Ericsson played, wait, was Ericsson the
Ericsson was a stonehold.
Brother, I think you're thinking of the games where Baba was getting ran past
His
crazy.
legs are
really
gone. His
The
legs
fact
are
is,
gone.
we're not even we're missing the point here. You're saying that Man U have performed. The reason they've performed where they've performed is because of injuries.
Yeah.
However, you've then highlighted that Manu's came in and shined beyond what you could have
Yeah,
imagined.
but you're talking about one
so
player.
therefore,
You're taking one player out of
Yeah,
possible
but-
5 that I've mentioned.
but the fact
So-
is,
so
you're
it's
saying
still-
you're
my
saying
point's still valid.
in this squad against Liverpool
Yeah.
today, you've highlighted one centre back position.
No, I've highlighted 4 players.
What other positions? Which other players out of those starting 11 would you have taken out?
Yeah, so what's his name? I gave it out to pronounce his name. The French brother, William
Kambala.
Kabbalah. Yeah,
one.
Maguire.
You would have dropped Maguire, despite the fact he's been better this season than he has all other seasons.
So if I had Varane or Martinez fit, yes, I would drop Maguire. That's not a crazy statement. That's a legit statement. Luke Shaw would get into this team.
Over Wan-Bissaka.
100%.
Even though Wan-Bissaka played probably his best game he's played today.
Dalot's probably been one of our best
Yeah,
players.
but we're playing Wan-Bissaka out of position.
Arguably one of your best players.
No, but but
Until they give the game away.
yeah.
You'll play of the season for me personally.
Is that Dalot?
Yeah.
He's up
So
there.
Luke Shaw would get into the squad, 100%. We've had Casemiro missing for ages, and you
But
saw
he
what he did
played
last
today.
season. Yeah, he played today, but I'm talking about. But when we're talking about league position, we're not talking about one game. We're talking about the 32 games we've played. He's been missing for a large part of that. Hence why we're in the position we're in.
But the second thing that's an issue for me is you're making it seem like you're the only team that had injuries.
Mm.
Us and Brighton, right?
Newcastle.
Us and look how them teams are doing.
Look
compared
at
to
the
last
squad
season.
Liverpool played against you in the FA Cup.
Brighton.
No.
Both Trent and Robertson were missing.
No, Robertson was there.
Yeah, what? Even then, he played one half.
Yeah, something like that.
He wasn't
Yeah,
fit.
but he was there. And I'll say this: I swear Trent was there as well, but he was on the bench. Trent was
But he
there.
wasn't fit to play.
Well,
He
he
wasn't
was fit enough to be on the
start.
bench.
So let me rephrase. He wasn't fit to start.
Fit to be on the bench.
I'm fit to be on the bench. I'm not going to play.
You're not even fit to be on the bench. You
Yeah,
think you're getting on the
probably not.
Liverpool bench?
Yeah,
Behave
they could
yourself.
put me on the bench. pay me 100 bags a week, no
Do
problem.
me a favour, just don't let Liverpool win that league.
I
no.
have a random question for you all, because I've been receiving quite a few messages for this, and I know you've all watched it, so I'd like, and it's going back to the old firm, but I'd like impartial decisions on this.
Yeah.
So I've received a lot of heat that Rangers penalty shouldn't have been a penalty. Do you believe it should have been?
The Rangers
yes.
penalty.
Yeah.
Yes, it should have been.
The
Yeah.
Rangers one, yes. The Liverpool one today, no.
And do you feel like the one that Goldson conceded, should it have also been a penalty? Because I've received a lot of messages based on both of them.
The Golson one, I swear, the Celtic player touched his hand first before it hit Golson's hand as well.
I saw Maeda headed it. I didn't see a Celtic player touch it. But again, I want your opinions on it. Do you feel that both were penalties? Because I've received a lot of messages on both.
It was the way that Goldson jumped up. He had a very odd kind of peculiar, like,
Yeah, like
kind
that.
of jumped up like.
If you were pulled to the screen,
Like, if you're
would
jumping
you,
up for a
would
header.
you have given it?
I would have given it. Yeah,
And
So,
would you
I'll-
sorry, I'll go
Go
for
on,
each
go on.
one. Would you have given the Rangers penalty?
I'd have given both of them.
You would have given both.
Yeah,
So I'd say the Celtic penalty, based on common sense, no. Based on the letter of the law, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the Rangers one?
Rangers one, yeah, that's a pen.
Sir, no question.
Yeah.
Erie?
Both, yes.
Okay, so because I believe, my opinion is the Rangers one was a penalty. He's hit him. He's went down. Stonewaller. I don't understand why I'd received so many messages saying that that's.
Your Rangers,
Oh.
was it Fabio Silva?
yeah. Fabio Silva kind of done him.
So
He kind of
was it,
turned his side.
I'm trying to remember what it was. I was watching, read this thing about referees. Like, if you're known, I think I spoke to you about this, like Wilfred Zaha and stuff like that. If you're known for like diving or going for tackles, it does factor into the decision.
But you know what? I'd say if Beaton hadn't received as much shade as he had done in the Hearts Celtic game, if Brendan Rodgers hadn't been there saying he's incompetent, he booked Fabio Silva for diving. When clearly and we're looking at replays, but even when I watched it, I thought that's a penalty. Even when I saw it first time when I watched it, I thought that's a penalty.
Who brought
At
Alistair?
very least, that's contact. And he booked him for diving.
What, a
And I
Rangers fan
think
thinking
Yeah, I know. Rangers fans thought it was controversial.
Oh my
I know,
gosh,
yeah,
why
I
is that
know.
controversial?
But the fact is, I think he's allowed that situation to influence the decision. He didn't want to give anything. Like even when that foul that ruled out the Rangers goal kick, he looked directly at it. And even when I looked at it, I thought that might be a foul. I'm happy to say that might be a foul. I looked at it thinking that I'm surprised he didn't give that.
What I found odd though was the fact that the Rangers penalty, none of your players were like protesting about it. They just moved on. I was like,
The thing is, though,
Fabio Silva was protesting.
No, oh yeah, him. But the rest of the team went. They man's were like already gone.
how did what was his name? Alistair Johnson brought Fabio Silva down, who was already on a yellow card. So realistically, you should have took the Fabio Silva yellow away and gone, you're on a yellow. That's obviously it's a penalty. You're already on a yellow.
It should be a red.
Gone.
It
Yeah,
should
how
have
is
been,
it
but-
that it's a yellow for simulation, but not a yellow for the tackle he's
But
made?
the fact is, this is another thing.
Yeah.
He was under so much pressure
foul
from the
back at
management
Cardiff,
that he didn't make decisions. He actively waited for VAR to make decisions. Like the Rangers goal, he's looking directly at. Even I thought that was a foul.
Yeah.
All of us probably thought that was a foul because, like, he did kick him, right? But he didn't make that decision because it was cowardice, to be honest. And I understand why. When you're at the stand-in media and a manager's sitting saying you're biased, you're backing Rangers, you're incompetent. When someone's sitting saying that about a referee, and then that referee then has to manage a Rangers Celtic game, any decision they give is under scrutiny, and he avoided any key decision. He let VAR make every decision.
Yeah. Who's the right back for Celtic? He got away with murder.
Alistair Johnson.
Yeah, he got
Carter Vickers got away with murder.
Yeah,
How many times does he have to bring someone down?
Yeah,
And he was on a yellow.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how many Celtic
like,
players got booked.
That's the dark
and
arts.
then
That's
didn't
what I
get
like.
speak to
Yo,
again.
if we're getting away with fouls, right? I'm like, cool, just like rough them up a bit. If that's not my fault, blame the ref.
Yeah.
Like for Arsenal, Celtic realised we're getting booked for this. Let's like rough and tough, like get rough.
Yeah, but
and
that's
stuff
what
like
Craig's saying is like
Yeah.
it's ridiculous that he's got away with the performance that he's had.
that. But it's been happening all season for any league though. So like,
But
not
the
any
thing is-
no, but some of the tackles that the Celtic players were doing on a yellow, and I'm thinking, how are they not getting booked for this? Like
Yeah.
they've had like 2 or 3 of those get away with it now. Like surely one of them's got to be a foul. And the worst one with the Fabio Silva is like, right, so he's booked this player for simulation. Surely a tackle like that inside the box, if it's not simulation, is a yellow card worthy of
it's a foul, but it's not like a
We're not
yellow
saying
foul though.
it's
I don't
a straight
think it's a card.
red because it's not,
Yeah.
but it is a second yellow.
Yeah, it is.
and
I don't
it
think
is
it's yellow.
off. Like,
Nah, tackling like that inside the box is
Like
crazy.
if you watch the tackle back, you guys are making it sound as if it was like a whoa. It was like
the ball was gone. The ball was beyond him.
it's a
He
clear
wasn't
goal
getting the
scoring
ball.
opportunity,
There was
isn't
never
it? Yeah,
any
goal
intention
scoring,
to get the
yeah.
ball.
Scoring
He's
does.
just taking the player.
If it's not clear, why would he give a pen?
because it's in the box.
Okay.
The fact is, and even then, there was the Celtic player who was off the ground when he made a tackle. He was up here and went into a Rangers player, and that wasn't even reviewed. And it's like, and I believe that referee
That one.
let VAR make decisions.
That one
for him.
wasn't a yellow for me. The yellow was after he got his first yellow and he did the same tackle straight after. That one should be the second.
That was nuts.
That was more
Straight
nuts than the
after
first.
he got a talking to, a yellow card, got told to calm down, and immediately did it again, and got allowed to walk away with it. And it's like wild.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've got a game for you.
Okay, go on.
Right. So I have got 2 facts and a lie that is involved in football. And I want you all to decide what you think is the lie here.
Individually or amongst us.
So each one of you can decide which one you think the lie is, and I'll go through each of you to tell me what you think it is. Okay. So fact number 1. Liverpool in 2018-19 season lost 4 times more games in the Champions League than in the Premier League. However, they won the Champions League and came runners-up in the Premier League. Fact number 2, 25% of Jack Wilshere's Premier League goals won Goal of the Season award. And fact number 3, Dundee have a 100% win record against Barcelona in Europe.
That last one's true.
So which one is the false one?
The last one is true.
I think the Liverpool one's a lie.
Hold
You
on.
think
What did he
Liverpool's
say? They won the Champions League.
No, he said
So
they
I'll
won
repeat
4
it.
times more. Oh, go on, you go ahead.
So in Liverpool's 2018-19 season, they lost 4 times more games in the Champions League than in the Premier League that season. However, they won the Champions League and came runners-up in the Premier League.
Well,
Fact number 2 is 25% of Jack Wilshere's Premier League goals
Actually, no, that's the fault.
in history
Yeah.
has one
just realised.
goal this season. And Dundee have won 100% of their games against Barcelona.
When was Centurions? Was it 18-19 season as well? Because what the season where,
Centurions was like 17-18.
when there was a season where Liverpool that they lost one, they would have done the Invincible 100 points all in one season.
Yeah, they was going for the quad as well, I
So
think.
I think that Liverpool one's true, and I think the Dundee one, I've heard that before. That one's defo true. I think it's the Wilshere one.
Okay, so Josh, which one do you think's
I'm
the
going to flip. I'm going to go, because Jack Wilshere's been involved in some bangers. I'm going to say that one's true, Dundee is true, and Liverpool is false.
So you're saying Liverpool's false. Amar,
When did you say, when was that Champions League one?
2018-19.
They've won 4. Can you say that full bit again, please?
So they've won 4 times. They lost 4 times the amount of games in the Champions League than in the Premier League that season. And yet they won the Champions
4
League
times,
and came runners up in the Premier League.
I think that's false.
You think that's false? Which, so you're saying the other two are true?
Yeah.
Liverpool
You-
one says false.
So we're all going the same.
No, you said. Yeah, the Liverpool one. We're all agreeing the Liverpool one's false. It's a lie. The Liverpool one.
Okay. And no one wants to change the decision.
No.
I know what's coming. That
You're
means that we're all
100%
wrong.
confident.
Yeah.
Okay. So in 2018-19, Liverpool lost 1 Premier League game and 4 Champions League games.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Jack
wait,
Wilshere
did we say that was a lie?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're wrong.
has
Oh,
won Goal of the
I was
Season
about to say-
award
I was about to say that one.
for 25% of his goals.
I was about to say that.
And Dundee United have won 100% of their games against Barcelona.
So they all,
Dundee have never played Barcelona.
I'll give you a little fist bump. There.
Wait, what Scottish team was it that?
Dundee United. Dundee United.
Oh,
It's like Manchester City versus Man United.
Bruh, blood clot.
What did you say? Just Dundee?
Dundee.
He said
You
Dundee.
bastard.
You little.
How crazy. They lost 4 games in the Premier League
Yeah.
and Champions League, yet won it and lost 1 in the league and came second.
I'm sure.
Low key, is that better than the what's it called?
Oh,
Than the Invincibles?
What?
Arsenal's.
Well, no, because we're going to lose game.
Yeah, but they probably drew about
but-
4.
When the
because he's
Champions
going-
League is
I mean,
better than win the Prem.
You lot are a joke, man.
I'd say win the Champions League is better than the Prem.
Yeah.
Would you rather win the Champions League than the Prem?
Also, chat, is the Invincibles overrated? I know that's just a bit of a side.
I don't think it's overrated, but
Depends what you
I would
compare it to.
rather win the Champions League than the Prem.
The worst one is when they're trying to convince the United treble compared to the Invincible Arsenal. I'm like,
No,
no,
one
no.
trophy
No,
versus
no,
3.
no.
Yeah.
'cause
I'm glad you're one of the sensible.
You've never heard
Arsenal
me
fans.
say that.
Yeah, I know you haven't, but that's actually been a
The
debate.
real
And I'm
topic-
like, how is that a debate?
I've always said, me personally, Mourinho's 15 goals that season is better than Invincibles, then than Invincibles. Then I'm going for City's treble before I go for your treble. Only because I didn't really watch your treble when you guys did it.
Wait. You've just contradicted yourself.
What?
This is why
I said I've not really watched your United treble, even though a treble is better than Invincible because you won more trophies.
But
But
this is what you just said.
No,
You said it was Mourinho's first as an accomplishment. Then you said it was your Invincible, and then it was Man City's treble.
I've seen Man City's treble though.
But you're
And they've done it in
yeah,
Spain.
no,
Saying,
but
are you rating those 3 in terms of first, second, third? So you're
Is that your first? Is that
level?
you said your
Well,
first?
That's not what he's saying. He's
Oh,
just
are
saying
you
those
saying
I'm just saying
Chelsea
that the
first?
like
3 big
accomplishments.
moments in football he's enjoyed.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were ordering them 1, 2, 3. I was like,
No,
are
he's
you
not. He's
crazy?
not saying
I
that
was gonna say you're
Mourinho.
pushing mine.
He
I
wouldn't.
was
He
trying to
wouldn't
have you-
list a Mourinho accomplishment above Arsenal's
He would.
Anyway,
if it
league
was.
title.
7 games left to go.
It is a big moment. It is. I mean, we're sitting at this point. We're potential 2 league title winners,
Just-
and whatever you do.
FA
Just
Cup
don't-
winners right there.
Don't fuck it up, please. Because Liverpool win it, I never heard the fucking end of it. Jurgen's last season, yappa. If City win it, 4 in a row.
I've been sitting on this podcast for months saying Arsenal are going to win it, so I need
Tell
you
you
to
what,
win
yeah,
it.
me and Mikel, we've been talking to the boys, been working hard. I was on the Zoom call with him earlier today, that's why I was late for the Old Firm game. And I just told him, take it one game at a time. We're off to, we're home to Bayern on Tuesday. Kane.
Okay, let me ask you, right? You got into the last game of the season. You've got, I don't know, who in the final? Let's say Atletico Madrid in the final of the Champions League, right? However, you've also got, you've got Prem
Champions
midweek,
League. Champions League.
Champions League. At the
Champions
end.
League.
You have to play your strongest starting 11 and you're going to rest players. However, you only won 2 points ahead of Liverpool. Which one gets your full starting 11?
Champions
Or
League.
League?
Champions League, because we've not got it in our history.
Right.
But you've
Here's
also
another
not-
question, right? It's the Champions League final against Atletico versus a Premier League versus who's your
Last game.
team? Your last game.
Everton at home.
Then you have to assess which
Is
one's
it the
more
Prem?
likely.
Is it
to
the Prem? The Prem finishes first, doesn't it, before the Champions League, doesn't it?
Yeah, Prem.
You know what? You say which
cool.
one they're more likely
Yeah,
to
it
win.
is.
If they're in the final against Atletico, I'd say go all out for champs.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, because
100%.
they would have
Well,
already
well,
won the
like
league. The
champs.
Prem's 19th of May and the Champions
Yeah.
League's the 1st of June, so they
Ah,
would
so
have
we've got
already
time
won
for
the
us,
league.
boys.
Is it?
Yeah.
And we
It's the
got
1st of
we
June.
got dodgy. We got
Even with
dodgy
the Euros.
The
directors.
Champions League final is the
When
1st
does the
of
Euro
June.
start?
The
July?
14th of June, the Euros.
What, the first game is 14th of June?
Yeah.
Right, is that?
That's
we
a
got
big.
time.
Bro, we ain't got dodgy medical teams, so but the players be fit. Don't worry
Also,
about it.
Chelsea drew. Does anyone know that?
Did you?
Yeah.
You did call it. You called it. You called it. You
I
called it.
told you
called it.
Sheffield will get something out of that.
93rd.
You
minute.
joke men can't beat them.
Chef, you were
We
down
were
as well.
at Stamford Bridge. We
See,
beat
this is
them
what-
at
this is
home.
what I mean.
The bridge is the difference, is it? Yeah.
It is. What do you mean? You know every team does better at home than away. Most teams, not every team.
Ah, okay.
My man wanted to reel that back in.
Even you lot do better at home than away.
But you know, we've actually David Raya is the first Spanish keeper to get 5 away clean sheets in the Prem.
Who?
David Raya. So the whole time De Gea was in the league, didn't it?
Yeah, but you're not going to say David Raya is a better keeper than De Gea.
Surely.
I'm not gonna say that. You guys say that. You got another and said so.
But that's the weird
We're
thing.
talking about
that's
De
the
Gea,
weird-
brother.
The weird thing about stats, like you can have a stat like that, but we would all agree that De Gea's the better keeper.
Yeah.
However, to have a stat like that suggests that he's not.
Well, I mean, he has got a rock solid defence in front of him. Man.
But then another thing that's a bit weird is like the stats.
Both of them
They
cost
can
less than.
state one thing, yet your thought of football could be like, that's not the case.
That's why this we've not beaten one at Old Trafford in 20 years, whatever thing. It's just a stat.
no, I think
The,
you've.
the
I think
thing is, like,
No,
to
you
give
have
you an
won against
example,
Old
like
No,
we all
once.
Yeah,
we all
times.
believe.
2012,
times.
2020, Aubameyang pen. Was
Yeah.
that one?
Give an example. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, one of the top strikers in Europe, right? When he played, however, never actually won a European competition. So
Yeah, he
based
did.
on that stat,
He won Europa League with United under. Was he
Oh
that?
yeah,
one?
he did.
Jose.
didn't he?
Jose.
He did with the
But I
Champions
mean
League,
like
yeah.
a champion.
Not a good example, but yeah, he's never won the Champions League. Like never won the top tournament in Europe. But
Like even Harry
is-
Kane never winning a trophy, you'd think.
never won a trophy. Never won a trophy.
He could go down as like.
but is one of
the
the best
Premier League,
strikers.
yeah.
Man gave up his legacy.
Yeah,
Trophy.
has never won a single.
It reminds me
trophy.
of the game I played.
Based on, I mean, you could argue like his goal scoring stats, but based on like winning stats, he's probably one of the worst players ever.
He'll go down as a doggo player.
Individual accolades
Like
is the
he
only
would
thing
be
allowed.
bottom, having been
Well,
a
I mean,
top
there's-
team and never won anything.
There's bottom, there's worse. But
You're,
As well,
yeah.
yeah.
he'll win the Euros, don't worry.
Wait, didn't he win the Audi Cup?
you say Aldi or Aldi?
I know.
Aldi.
Like I swear, don't Tottenham. They
Aldi
have a
as in-
sponsor. They
Yeah,
want-
yeah,
they wanna-
yeah.
I
no,
still don't know.
No,
what
no,
I
no.
mean.
Talking about like
Aldi
the-
is in shopping
No,
or Aldi
no, as in the car. The car, Audi Cup.
It's like,
Audi.
Audi. That's what I said.
Audi.
I think everyone was calling it
Aldi.
like the
Listen,
Bangkok,
I
Audi.
won't,
the
I won't
Bangkok
have a little
trophy or something.
Scotsman telling me how to speak English.
Well,
Hey,
evidently
yo.
you need that.
No.
Audi and Aldi.
I said Audi.
Again, every time you say
So now-
Audi or Aldi.
Listen,
Audi, Aldi.
I'm saying Audi.
Every time you say that, this could be the one.
Listen, I'm not having it. You sound like
What? Go on.
Sailor.
Go on.
I
Say,
don't know
get,
what I'm trying-
say,
that was a shit.
say something intolerant. Go.
I'm not gonna.
Get us all cancelled.
It's like what you said about we
About the
can't
Scots
lose it.
people. No, I'm joking.
The 7 games left. We don't have holding this time. All right, Gabriel, Saliba, Rice. As long as they're fit, I'm
That
confident.
really hurt you, that didn't it, Holden? I've heard this
Fam,
now about 6
The thing is, people are like, "Oh, you guys bottled it, bro. We had Holding. Look where Holding is right now. We sold him to Crystal Palace. He's not had a game. Like, he can't get into the team.
So your whole title, because while I agree,
We lost
you're in a
Saliba
better
and then
position,
we-
but your whole title was built on Rob Holding. He was the reason why
We
you
lost
bottled it.
Saliba. We lost Saliba. It's like Saliba.
That
To,
one
Saliba, no,
position
Saliba to us. It's like,
Crumbled your entire title charge.
Saliba to us, it was like Rodri for City. When Rodri's out that City team, is a different City you're watching. City start like messing up and
Although
crumbling.
you said Gabriel has been the better centre back.
Yeah, obviously be best. I'm talking
Hold
about
on.
last season. Last season,
You're comparing
us-
Saliba to Rodri.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
No, do you know
Thank
what?
you,
No,
what I
no,
said.
I think that's true.
Thank you. I didn't
In terms
compare
of
him.
the-
Don't do
in
that.
terms of importance to that squad, he's not saying he's better.
Yeah,
than Rodri,
exactly.
but
I'm
in
saying
terms of the importance to
Rodri
Arsenal
to
squad.
City is Saliba
Yeah.
to us. As in terms of
The
how
importance.
important Rodri is to that City team, this is how important Saliba is to us last season.
So in terms of importance, they're on the same level.
Yeah.
Right. So, but
They're
you're saying they're
our-
not the same,
our
same
Rodri-
quality player.
Our Rodri type in terms of who's our most important player was Saliba last season. So we lost him. We crumbled. City when they lost Rodri this season.
What I
how
don't
many games did they
understand
lose?
and where you're losing me here is Man City have Rodri and are third. Arsenal have Saliba and are first. But
So when we lost Saliba last season, what happened? When we lost Saliba last season, what happened?
And I'm not saying the quality's the same because I don't think they are. I think Rodri's a better player. But
I'm not
you're
comparing the
saying-
players. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
Thank you. I'm not comparing the players.
But you compared them.
I'm not. Oh my god! I'm not comparing. English is easy to understand.
The comparison that he's making is not about the player quality. He's talking about the player importance.
So, like,
but
for
the
example,
fact is-
who's
the
your
fact
Rodri, your
is-
team? Your like right now.
Like, for instance, you could even argue, like, just to give like a different analogy. You could even argue that Wilfred Zaha and that Crystal Palace team, when Crystal Palace were like coming like six,
It's
seven
like
bigger, was actually bigger than Rodri's, even though he's nowhere near the player.
Yeah,
that
I'm
Rodri
just
is.
saying for that team.
Yeah,
if you were to
it
look
depends
at
on how important that team
so
is.
Rodri, when I look at you, you're the star man for this team. Okay, cool. Who's the star man for your team? At that time, it was Saliba.
Like Cole Palmer for Chelsea, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're
You
Rodri in a sense.
you
I'm not
lost-
saying he's.
You lost your 7 or 8 point lead because Saliba got injured.
Brother, did you not see the goals were peppering in the back? When we had Saliba,
So
we had one of the best. We had one of
your
the best.
most important player in Arsenal right now is Saliba.
See,
No,
why's
he
not
said
listening?
last season.
I said last. He's not listening, is he?
Last season.
I said last season. This season,
who's
Saliba's
came in
been in.
this season that is more important than Saliba then? Because you're saying the
Well,
reason,
Gabriel and
you
Rice.
didn't win it is because Saliba didn't stay fit.
Well, yeah. Look at the last the when before Saliba went and before Saliba
Make
got
this
injured
point
to now.
quickly, we've got 2 minutes.
Look what happened. Look at our results before Saliba got injured, and look after it got injured.
But who's your most important player this season?
This season,
I'd say Rice.
Rice,
Rice, yeah.
Basmati,
But then also
great,
Basmati.
spicy
Long
rice. Yeah.
play of the season.
Oh, listen, I'm actually devastated that that's what we're finishing on, but that is what we're.
Who's going to win the league?
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Like we.
You know what? I'm back.
saying
I'm still
City.
back in Liverpool.
You've lost your mind. I'm
I'm
saying
also-
City. I'm saying City win the league.
Okay,
Their running is a lot easier.
Who's winning the Scottish Prem?
Celtic.
Celtic.
Joke, man.
No, I still have faith. Aberdeen late charge.
You know what?
They're
Dundee
already
could do a thing.
Man said Aberdeen late. They're already mathematically out of it.
Yeah.
Wait till the point
Rangers.
deduction
I just-
kicks in.
Rangers are winning it.
I just pray that at final day, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool all going for the league.
Anyway,
Imagine the helicopter.
I tell you what.
Just
You
confused.
guys-
Where shall I go? Left, right, centre.
You guys tell us your decision. Who do you think's going to win the league?
That's the Villa last minute. Wait, what?
Yeah.
What
Do you,
happened there?
do you agree with what we've said? You know what it says. Like, subscribe, share the video. We'll talk to you soon. We've been Speed the Game.
Merci, guys.
See you later.
Adios.
Man always points.
Don't know why.